Everybody, and today we have got this wonderful book, The Old Man and the Sea. We're beginning this book by Ernest Hemingway, and as part of our series of enjoying great books, and there are mainly 100. You read 100 great books, and you come to know the world in all basic subjects: history, philosophy, psychology, economics, science, art, literature, music, and dance. So that's the whole idea to bring about an integrative education. This is a concept of Leonard Peikoff, and I think it's an extraordinary concept. It sounds simple, a first-hand understanding of history, of science, of maths, of literature, of music and dance. First-hand understanding. And that is anyway the curiosity, right? We start Old Man and the Sea, chapter 1. He was an old man who fished alone, in a skiff, Skiff, in the Gulf Stream, and he had gone 84 days now, 84 days now, almost 3 months, without taking a fish. In the first 40 days, a boy had been with him, but after 40 days without a fish, the boy's parents had told him that the old man was now definitely and finally Selao, which is the worst form of unlucky. And the boy had gone at their orders in another boat, which caught three good fish the first week. It made the boy sad to see the old man come in each day with his skiff empty. And he always went down to help him carry either the coiled lines or the gaff, and harpoon, and the sail that was furled, furled, furled around the mast. The sail was patched with floor sacks and furled. It looked like the flag of a permanent defeat. The old man was thin and gaunt, Gaunt, strong cheeks, strong bones and hollow cheeks. The old man was thin and gaunt, Gaunt, with deep these lines, wrinkles in the back of his neck, the brown patches, BLOTCHES, of the benevolent skin cancer the sun brings from its reflection on the tropic sea were on his cheeks. The blotches ran well down the sides of his face, and his hands had the deep, creased scars. Hands had deep, creased scars from handling heavy fish on the cords, CORDS. But none of these scars were fresh. They were as old as erosions in a desert. Fishless desert. Everything about him was old, except his eyes, and they were the same color as the sea, and were cheerful and undefeated. This He's very well known for writing short sentences, or to the point sentences. Look at this sentence. Everything about him was old, except his eyes, and they were the same color as the sea, and were cheerful and undefeated. Santiago, the boy said to him as they climbed the bank from where the skiff was hauled up, HAULED. I could go with you again. We'd made some money. The old man had taught the boy to fish, and the boy loved him. No, the old man said, you are with a lucky boat. Stay with them. But remember how you went 87 days without fish, and then we caught big ones every day for 3 weeks? I remember, the old man said. I know you did not leave me because you doubted. It was Papa made me leave. I'm a boy and I must obey him. I know, the old man said. It's quite normal. He hasn't much faith, the boy said. No, the old man said, but we have, haven't we? Yes, the boy said. Can I offer you a beer on the terrace and then we take the stuff home? Why not? The old man said. Between fishermen. They sat on the terrace, and many of the fishermen made fun of the old man, and he was not angry. Others of the older fishermen looked at him and were sad, but they did not show it, and they spoke politely about the current, the waves, and the depths. they had drifted their lines at, and the steady good weather, and of what they had seen. The successful fishermen of that day were already in and had butchered their marlin out, Marlin, and carried them, laid full length across two planks, with two men staggering at the end of each plank to the fish house, where they waited for the ice truck to carry them to the market in Havana. Those who had caught sharks had taken them to the shark factory on the other side of the cove, where they were hoisted, put on a block and tackle, their livers removed, their fins cut off, and their hides skinned, the skin, skinned out, and their flesh cut into strips for salting. Strips for salting. And that completes 3 pages. And we have completed 5 minutes. We have decided to keep as our policy each video for 5 minutes, and we'll go on till we reach the end. The point is not the end, the point is to enjoy the process. Like how we see a movie, how we look at scenery. Like that, we'll look at a novel. Thank you so much.